Okay, for today's video, we have an item that I'm super excited I picked up. If you saw that one video that I ended up taking down, but if you didn't see the video, you probably saw where I mentioned it, where I had that issue with a seller and had an order canceled. Well, as soon as that whole issue, once I saw it was probably going to end bad, I can't remember if it was actually after it got canceled or whatever, but I decided to order something else because I figured that whole situation was going to end up going bad. But um, whenever it finally did, I was so happy that I ended up doing this, and I bought a video game. I think this is the first video game that I've actually bought on the channel. I don't think this is going to be the video game you all expected, because I know I did a poll over The Isle or Path of Titans, and it's not one of those. It's actually a game that I've had years ago, but finally got again. So let's just, for the big reveal, I mean, you all will know what it is based off the title, I guess, unless I make it like some guessing game, but I'm probably just going to say what it is. But you all can see what it is. It's the Dinosaur King DS game. This is a game that I'm super excited to have again. I actually had this game, but I sold it back to GameStop. So I spent forever trying to find this game, because like I kind of got into Dinosaur King like a few years after it got big, like, well, after it went down, actually, I should say. But I got into Dinosaur King, like I watched all the YouTube videos. I picked up some of the cards. And recently, so this is like in the past few years, I've picked up even some of the figures. Like when I did that review, when I just did that last video, when I was mentioning something about Dinosaur King coming up, this was that in that Daspletosaurus video by Safari. But yeah, when Dinosaur King came out, or whenever I found out about it, it had been down for a few years, but I ended up spending forever trying to find the game. I spent forever trying to find one on GameStop, but none of my local GameStops had one, and I eventually ended up finding the game. I don't remember if it was at a GameStop or if I ordered one or what, but I eventually ended up getting the game. But then I decided after, I actually remember liking the game. I remember it's somewhat like Pokemon, but has the dinosaur twist instead of it being Pokemon, which is kind of what the series was like, being kind of like Pokemon, but different enough, and having dinosaurs instead of Pokemon. I think that's what I loved about Dinosaur King. It was like combining two of my favorite things: dinosaurs with like those Pokemon style anime things, which I really loved, like Monsuno. That's another random one, but like those style things I really loved. And I know why I sold the game. Well, I don't know exactly why I sold it, but I remember I probably ended up getting Pokemon cards, because usually that's one of the only things I would ever sell was video games. There's been a few that I've ended up regretting, especially I did sell the Godzilla PS4 game, and now that game sells for like $200+. So that was a big L on my part. But this one, I don't really know the specific reason I sold it, but I believe it was to get Pokemon cards. But I'm so glad to finally have the game again. And yeah, let's just go over it. So this game is sold for cheaper than what I paid for if you buy just the cartridge or the box without the papers. But I wanted to get the full thing. I think whenever I had the game originally, I didn't have the full thing, but I might have. But I got the full set, the US version of the box, the manuals, and the game. So yeah, it's a fun game. I think I got confused because I got it like years ago, and I didn't really understand how to play the game, like exactly how to. I knew how to play it, but I didn't know how to get far into the game. But yeah, and the game, I know it's kind of like rock paper scissors, and that's kind of how the card game was too. But yeah, super excited to finally have this game. And I will say, this is one thing that I want to play this game on the channel, but I'm not for sure how good it's going to look is the issue. Because the problem is, I don't have a DS that has like the recording thing on it. And I know some people have like those rigged ones or whatever, and there's like a way to like mess with your DS and you can do it, but I don't really want to do that stuff, to be honest. So I might try to do gameplay, but it's probably not going to look as great as some people's playthroughs. And trust me, whenever I say if I do a playthrough through this, it's not going to be like the walkthrough, like this is how to play the game. Like, no, it's going to be my adventure of trying to figure out how to play the game, because I'll probably do some dumb stuff. And I know this is a kid's game, so it shouldn't be that hard, but I probably won't play it exactly as it should be, just because I'll probably go off on some random thing instead of doing exactly what you're supposed to do throughout the game. But nonetheless, I'm really excited for it, and I can't wait to play the game. And like I said, this is probably my plan, actually. We'll do the first episode, so we'll do like 20 or so minutes of gameplay, and if you all enjoy it, we'll keep up the series, and if you all don't really care for it, we'll just kind of move on. That's probably how this will go. So this series, the gameplay of it is really going to depend on if you all want to see it 100%. Like, I'm going to play the game whether you all want to see it or not, but whether you all want to see it on the channel is more of the question. So I will say whenever that first video does come out of gameplay, I would really love some feedback, like if you all want to continue seeing this or if not or whatever. Because like I said, I'm 100% planning on playing the game and hopefully beating the game, but it's really just going to depend on if you all want to see it on the channel or not. But I will say, so this is kind of my game plan. So I think if I'm remembering this right, you can have up to 3 dinosaurs on your team, and then with the elements and stuff, and then like the rock, paper, scissors thing, my goal is to have 3 different dinosaurs that either have different elements or different rock, paper, scissors shoot things. So like ideally we would have like a wind rock, an electric paper, and a fire scissors or whatever. That would be the goal. But you know, I'm probably just going to pick my 3 favorite dinosaurs, or 3 of my favorite dinosaurs that are like 3 different elements or 3 different rock, paper, scissors, depending on, because I don't know if the type elements really matter that much in the game or if it's more just the rock, paper, scissors matter. So I'll kind of figure that out as I play the game. But the one thing I do remember specifically is how the starting of this game is. You can either pick to be the 2 main characters, either Rex or Max. I'm probably going to pick Rex because for a few reasons. Out of the 2 characters, I definitely look more like Rex because I've got blonde hair. And Rex in the anime was my favorite of the 2, and I just personally like his dinosaur. That's the thing. So when you start the game, you can pick to be either one of the characters, and then you either get Rex's Carnotaurus or Max's Triceratops. But it's not the ones from the anime because the Max's Triceratops in the game is blue, and it's not the yellow one from the anime, or the orange one, I should say. But still, between like me looking more like him, liking his character more, and the Carnotaurus, I'm going to pick Rex. I think that's his name at least. I might be wrong on the name. It's been a while since I watched the anime, but really excited for this game. Can't wait to play it. And yeah, I think that's going to be really it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'd love to know if you all really want to see the series or not. Like I said, we'll do the first episode of gameplay, and you all will see what I mean by the recording of it's going to be kind of iffy, but we'll just get to that when we get to it, and we'll see what you all think. So thank you all so much for watching. That's the end. Super happy that I picked this up. I think I paid $34 with free shipping before like taxes and everything. And like I said, I think you can get the game way cheaper than that if you want to get it without the disc, or if you don't need the US version. Like I saw the German version, I believe. Somebody had listed it for like less than $15 for the case and everything. But, you know, I can't really do German. So, this is what I ended up getting. But yeah, I'm super happy with and super excited to get the game. And like I said, if you all want to get the game, it's not that expensive. I mean, you can easily get it for under $60 on eBay in pretty much perfect condition like this one. But yeah, I think that's good. I think this is going to be the final conclusion for the game, or for the video. I'm super excited to play it, and yeah, we'll just I think this is the end. But super excited to play it, and the next video I think will be the first episode of gameplay. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I am out.